commission as a privateer on behalf of England and the East India Trading Company.
Exiled in India?
Greater than all the jewels in India. An adoring heart.
India on 3.
It was given to me by the best magician in India, and it was given to him by the best magician in Tibet.
Across the Indian Ocean, to Australia and New Zealand, and on to Burma, China, India and Malaya.
A Hindu India, a Muslim India, and an India of princely states.
Alexander the Great, whose empire stretched from India to Hungary 1 inch shorter than me.
All I'm saying is my parents moved here from India with nothing.
All skeletons come from India.
Although there was one time in India when they hired me to steal a monkey back from my Baba.
Am I in India?
Yes, India, sir.
Well, an admirable sentiment in India, perhaps.
And check out his story about the girlfriend in India, too.
I'm on it.
And he himself got it from Thibaut, the Last King of Burma, when he was exiled in India.
And I guess so is a promise made to a wet behind the ears kid from India whose only dream was to bury his face in a beautiful woman's lotus patch.
And I would emphasize that I think our first duty is to recognize that there is not one India, but several.
And the message everywhere in your book, however slowly I read it, that the best thing for India is to be ruled by the British.
And is this your first time in India?
Yes.
And we know you'll make India so proud.
A picture of 3 lions is seen in the national emblem of India.
Are we all to work for the East India Trading Company then?
Arts Council tour of India.
But as tensions grow in the Far East, British nationals have continued to evacuate for destinations in Australia and India.
Bad man for the Indian Mafia?
Bangalore, India.
Believe me, dear lady, children are a better form of marital therapy than any trip to India.
Was born of the same mother India, if you have fears.
But Columbus was looking for India.
But do you think in a country like India where we're obsessed with cricket, do you really think American baseball will catch on?
But as it turns out, he's wanted for assaulting a police officer back in India in 1979.
But I brought it home because my idea with this flag was that before I left.
But if it does work, and you take 2 kids from the middle of India who've never picked up a baseball in their lives and turn them into major league prospects in 1 year.
But then again, so is going to India and pulling 2 kids out of the sticks. And
Why on earth go to India?
I think we present, but in India we have a saying. Everything will be all right in the end.
By the time they get to India, the dirty stones are mixed with the clean stones from all over the world. And then they become like any other diamonds.
China, India, Brazil, silver, oil, copper, one own it all.
Does he know he's supposed to be in India?
Don't lose patience, Jamie. You are going to need it in India.
Do you want to go to India? Go to India. Seriously, go to India. Find the Maytag man. Bye, India.
First rule of India, there's always room.
From the Dutch West India Company to the slave trade.
From the Philippines to Bangladesh, and China and India, and South America too.
From there, the thief takes the Orient Express, where he transfers to a steamer from Istanbul to India.
Get your hands off her!
India. A good friend of mine and I are going to India for a few months.
He blocked the pain, as he had learned to do in Tibet and India.
He'd fetch at least 25 guineas at the West India dock. Here's China. Here's India.
He's doing missionary work in India.
He's from India.
You know, he's got over 200 checks here.
Hands
of India
on your head!
Draft.
He's the most famous man in India.
At first he thought it was India.
He wanted to die in India.
How
can I take out to India a girl of 19 unless she is my wife?
How do you come to be in India?
The real India has Muslims and Hindus in every village and every city.
Gandhiji, I'm not concerned about the independence of India.
Det händer hela tiden i Indien.
I brought your family from India.
I came back from India the short way, a ninny.
They cannot find a single Major League scout that's willing to travel around India for 3 months.
I continued east to India.
Luckily, at the time of the Buddha.
I didn't say kiss the feet of the Empress of India!
I don't want to go live in India. If I could get into India, where would I start?
If India has to pay for the cost of its own occupation, so must Manchu go!
I go to India in 6 weeks.
I had a wife and 2 kids in India. I left.
I have so much to learn about India.
I hope with all that's left of my heart that we're on our way to India and that you never see this.
I know that you are much older than me. And you're the Queen of England and the Empress of India.
I'll go with you to India.
I'll pick up a tapeworm in India.
I'm a barrister, and I've never been to India in my life.
No, I'm actually glad you're going to India.
I'm an exchange student from Bangalore, India.
I mean, I'd been to India, and I just felt like a tourist.
I met some remarkable people in India, and I'm happy to confirm that they all are here in India.
I'm not going to India.
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 India Blue's nearly impossible to wash off.
India demands home rule!
India, don't do that.
What? India.
Don't look at it.
India has many men with too much wealth.
India? Sure, okay.
India?
International treaty.
India is an alien country to me.
India is at the center of the world now, bhai.
India is not classical?
Yeah. Your phone working in India?
India lives in her villages, and the terrible poverty there can only be removed if their local skills can be revived.
India!
Look what you gone did.
India or Japan.
India wants home rule!
I won't let their babies out. We can go Ethiopian.
India. You've been on that thing for hours. India. In India, also. We commission great artists. In India, I'm writing all day, every day.
In India, sacred cows wandered freely as reincarnated souls.
It's been in India where they're used to anything.
In morning, you do meditation from India.
In 1919, in India, 10,000 people gathered in Amritsar to protest the tyranny of British rule.
In Pondicherry, in what was the French part of India.
I pulled your file after India. Right.
I realized leaving India must have been harder for him than it was for me.
I realize something now, we shouldn't go to India at all.
There's a trick we use in India.
It means a really long story. And it's set in India.
It's being read in India.
It was a complete line running all the way from China to India.
Bristol boards, India ink, and am I boring you?
I've made a decision. I'm going traveling to India.
I want someone in India raking through the family code.
I want their faces posted in every police station, army barracks, post office, railway station, and outhouse.
Beginning to think about going to India.
I was born in Mumbai, India.
I went to India in the spring, Wally, and I came back home feeling awful.
Catherine always wanted to go to India. If she even knows where it is.
Last night on Wall Street and swept through Japan, China, India, and Europe after one of the worst days on global stock markets in modern times.
Last week, I was 4,000 miles away in India watching Marie die.
Let us worry about Pakistan. You worry about India.
Like last year, I was in India for quite a while working on a water treatment plant.
Lima, India Hotel, 6795-4577.
Listen, if we return it to India, to the Eye of Vishnu, we will want for nothing.
Look, India is the last great untapped market.
Look, we're Skyping. How's India?
Lord Cutler Beckett of the East India Trading Company.
Lord Tarleton's throwing East India Company money at people who are speaking against abolition tonight.
I have traveled over much of India.
Make India proud of herself.
Maratha Crowbill Warpix from Northern India.
My Amma went to college and thought her family was part of the new India as well, until her parents cut her off because they thought she was marrying beneath her. My dear Appa believed himself part of the new India.
But yes, sir. India is British.
My family has run restaurants in India for many years.
My family, the zoo, India, Anandi.
My own son has sent word from India and has actually spoken to his immediate superior.
New York State vehicle tag India 72. Romeo Oscar Roger, over.
Copy that. Next thing you know, I'll be moving to India to find myself.
No. I'm going to Thailand. And India, China, Japan, maybe even Tahiti.
No. In India, I make a ledger of the prisoners. No. In India, I'm writing in my very big book.
No, I think that there's a skeleton farm over in India.
No one in my family understands my coming all the way to India.
No, Portugal, actually, but it's cheaper living in India.
Not long after I first met him, he asked me to come to the East India dock.
Necessarily. There's a 30-footer in India.
Not what you see here, but the real India.
Now I really do feel like the Empress of India.
Now, small boys in India, they can dream to become like you.
Okay. I am leaving for India today.
Say, before you're married and have children, you want to go live in India for a year.
Our absolute control of it is a control on the pulse of India.
Our alumni receive their bulletins in ashrams in India and in palaces in Jordan.
Our animals are worth far more abroad than here in India.
Our supporters began to only buy sugar produced without slaves in India.
Outside India.
That is an honor.
Over India.
Pakistan was formed when it separated from its biggest rival, India, on August 14th, 1947.
Papa, it's not like in India where you stand by the gate and drag people in as they're passing by.
Please? And do the people in India get to watch it?
Pentagon officials reporting more ships have just arrived over the capitals of India, England, and Germany, bringing estimates up to anywhere from 10 to 15 of these city-sized spacecraft.
Pharmaceutical companies in India are constantly violating animal rights.
Pondicherry is the French Riviera of India.
Russia, China, England, Israel, India.
Russia, North Korea, India, Israel, China.
There's an ashram in India. I'm dying to go.
She was killed in India.
Sir Henry Ponsonby, Private Secretary, the Secretary of State for India, the Emperor of Russia, Dr. Reed, Lady Churchill, Miss Phipps, etc., etc.
Sir William Dolben told me you'd asked to be shown round the East India docks.
So, did you ever go to India?
So he's like, well, basically you can't go anywhere in India without, stepping on semen.
So, in India, you are a poet. So in India, you are not a servant.
Someone from India is going to pitch in the big leagues, but she'll, not these guys, and certainly not right now.
So, Mr. Abdul, may I ask what part of India you're from?
So the holy truth of the whole adventure here in India is in one line. God dwells within you as you.
So then, Chiquita threw this party for me before I left for India, and the apartment was filled with guests.
So this new one is set in India.
So was the van der Leyden staff from the East India Company.
Thank God we are in India.
That is not the India I want.
The art of carpets came to India from Persia with the great Emperor Akbar.
The British with India, the Germans with Rwanda.
The East India Trading Company has need of your services.
The forces of Oceania in South India have won a glorious victory.
Da dro jeg til Russland, Ukraina, Tyrkia, India, Kenya og Sør-Afrika.
Then you can crawl back under whatever rock you came from in India, and we can put to bed this charade of yours, Hardy.
There are 1,000 languages in India.
There are yogis in India who rarely eat.
There's another famine in India.
The rest is your India.
एक आदमी को पैसों की ज़रूरत थी तो उसने इनको किडनी बेच दी और इंडिया में तो ऐसा ही होता है ऐसा बोला इनको.
There was this English butler in India.
The systems in India are very slow, so we bypassed.
The whole of India is on the move.
Nowadays, the restaurant's regeneration is mostly down to a young chef from India.
They don't play baseball in India.
They have hotels in India?
Yes,
they do.
Yes.
They only grow in India.
They've captured India or something.
36 years, 4 months since the day we were called to the bar.
and you've never once talked about India.
This Mr. David is the biggest movie god in the whole.
Thought he was in India.
To discuss the possible independence of India.
Jag har 2 killar från Indien här.
Until we stand in the fields with the millions that toil each day under the hot sun, we will not represent India.
It's patient 0 from India.
We are leaving India.
We got India and Africa, right?
Welcome to India, JB sir.
What's this?
Well, before India, we never really talked, you know.
Well, I'm Empress of India. Well, I'm Empress of India, so I have 1 cent. Well, I'm the Empress of India. I should have a Durbar room.
Well, there's always India, of course.
Well, you shouldn't be, because all of India is behind you.
We were together in India.
We will take China, Hong Kong, Indochina, Siam, Malaya, Singapore, and India.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you want to go to India?
What has been so effective in South Africa, so effective in India, for his own people and others, and we're going to employ it right here in Nashville.
When I told him about my abandoned book, he said, "So, a Canadian who's come to French India in search of a story."
Where are they now?
They're taking a train across India.
Where do you get all these skeletons from?
Oh, they come from India.
Where's his daughter?
I don't know, Spain, India.
Where's, India?
Yeah, but it would take a lifetime to search all the stations in India.
Yeah, I got dysentery when I was in India. It was.
Yes, boys from all over India come here for training.
You are a reporter just back from India, are you not?
You are the Empress of India?
Yeah, you can go to India.
You have 2 sets of boots, India?
You know, here in India, we do things a little differently than in US.
Must be the boys from India.
You must have 3 weeks to do India properly.
You must return to India immediately.
Your authority as governor, your influence in London, and your loyalty to the East India Trading Company.
Your company kill off all them people over in India not long ago?
You're a lady and the Empress of India.
You're gonna move to India and become a guru.
You're mad. We'll be sliced to pieces before we reach India.
You're part of a modern India she cannot welcome.
You still meditate like your guru in India, did you?
You try me, you'll wish you were back in Mother India.
You want to be worshipped? Go to India and move.
You want to go live in India?
To see a bit of real India? Here it is.
You're too busy bribing half of India.